So what's going on, guys? Welcome back to Carrasco Ranch. My name is Robert. If this is your first time tuning in this video, I'm going to tell you how much does it cost to throw a driveway like this. So stay tuned. So let me go ahead and start off by kind of describing what my driveway looks like. So for one, I have a tape measure in front of me. Not sure if you guys can see it, but it goes basically from the grass line to the grass line, and it's about 11 feet in width for the driveway. This goes all the way through the property. The next one is going to be, we also have like some cul-de-sacs. We have some, it's a windy driveway, and we have some areas that are a little bit shortcuts. They're quick cuts. So we have a big old like turning radius point on the road itself. And those are about 20 something feet wide to provide enough room to turn with a trailer or a big vehicle without having to go off into the grass and maybe get stuck when it rains, right? The next one, the length of the driveway is 0.3 miles, which is over a quarter mile. I walked the trail and I measured it with my smartwatch. I made a quick clip and you'll see it now. There it is, guys, 0.3, so over a quarter mile of caliche thrown down on the road. Basically recording how far the road is just by me walking it. So again, it's 0.3, 3/10 of a mile. What else? Yeah, so it's also about 6 inches thick for the most part. There are a couple places where it's a little low lining on the driveway, so we added a little bit more base to bring it up level. So for the most part, it's about 6 inches. There are some places that are a little bit thicker. The edges are a little bit thinner, probably about, I don't know, 2 inches, 3 inches thick on the edges, and a little bit more thickness on where actually the tires run on, and a little bit more in the middle. Yeah, but so overall about 6 inches between the tires and about 2 inches or so on the edges. So this is number 2 base. This is a base that we usually use underneath paved roads, like on actual highways. They have different types of base. They have like state grade or road grade, whatever they call it. That's usually what the companies will use when they're throwing actual roads on the highway. This is a little bit lower grade rock, but it does the job, and it does the job well. The next thing is going to be where you're going to get your rock from. So for those of y'all who don't know, I have Airbnbs. I have an Airbnb in Corpus. I have some over here. By the way, I will leave a link down below for anyone who's interested in checking out my Airbnbs. They're really cool, really unique. You probably haven't seen these before, at least not like this. Description, check out the description. But yeah, so I have a property over there. When I get quotes for caliche or 1.5 inch base, it's usually about $24 per ton. Versus when I'm over here, I can get it for about $8 to $7 a ton. Sometimes a little bit cheaper depending on how much I buy. I think the cheapest I've been able to get it for is $6.25 a ton. So that's going to play an effect, is going to be your region and what kind of quarries are in your area. So just keep that in mind as well. Also keep in mind how much it's going to cost at a quarry. Each quarry kind of sets their own prices. Just keep that in mind. Also, fuel costs are going to play a key role in the pricing. And a lot of quarries began charging surcharges for, I guess, diesel, I guess maybe running the machinery, stuff like that, and of course to maintain the quarry itself. By the way, I'll leave a quick video of what a quarry looks like right now. Okay, so that was just to give you guys a quick view of what a quarry looks like. I went on and bought a dump trailer after I already did this road with 18-wheelers. I went and bought a dump trailer. Now it probably doesn't make so much sense because the diesel has gone up. So it's really not worth the time to go and get it myself when I can just get an 18-wheeler that can get more in bulk and probably for around the same price, more or less. But yeah, so now we're going to go ahead and get into, so right off the bat, I'm going to tell you that we spreaded spread this gravel ourselves. We did not hire a crew to come out here and spread this stuff. We did it ourselves with a tractor and a box blade. If you go and you hire somebody, it's going to add to your cost. So I just wanted to put that out there, that the numbers I'm going to give you do not include the price to have it spread out. That's just for the material, for the 18-wheelers to bring the material over here. I did get some quotes for you guys, because what's a video without giving you a lot more information, right? So for the distance that I went, it was going to cost about $10,000 to $15,000. That's what I would have gotten charged to have this material spread out for me. And that's going to be with a roller. That's going to be with, I guess, like a little grader, or I'm not sure if they're tractor. Not sure what the guy was going to use. But those are the quotes I was getting, between $10,000 and $15,000 to spread all of this material over a 1/4 mile long. So, also, this material is called number 2 base. In most quarries, they call it number 2. It's basically like an 1.5 inch rock. It has some powder inside the material itself that will compact, especially when it rains. It'll kind of form like a road, like a little bit of a concrete-ish road. A lot of the loose stones will start going to the edges. That's just how the material is. This is one of the cheaper ways to do a driveway. You don't have to use this material, but if you do anything else outside of this, it's more likely going to be more expensive. Also, I would recommend getting 3/4 base. So 3/4 base is more for like walking paths like we have on this property, and other areas where you're not going to have heavy vehicles or heavy traffic. That's mainly what 3/4 base is going to be used for. Now, to go ahead and get into the pricing. So we had 18-wheelers come in and drive in and drop off our material for us. It was about more or less between 24 and 26 tons is what they were bringing us per trip, per 18-wheeler. So that's a lot of material for 18 trucks. So what we did, we had the trucks come in. I'll go ahead and give you the pricing. So it's $9,000. So we had 18 trucks. It was about between $480 and $520 per truck. So I just gave an average of $500. So $500 times 18 trucks is $9,000. That's just for the material. How we got away with not getting hiring a crew, I'll explain right now. So what we did, we had them come in through the property. They would drop off a load. We'd get on the tractor with the box blades, spread it out really fast, have the next truck drive over it. So what that truck is doing, it's acting as a roller, because that truck is freaking heavy. It weighs thousands and thousands and thousands of pounds, which is probably more than what the roller weighs anyway. And they have 18 wheels, right? So they would just drive on top of what we just spread it out and then dump their next load. We'd go over it, spread it all out, have the next truck come over, drive over the first truck's load, second truck's load, and all they're doing is they're just rolling the gravel for us. They're just rolling it. And as you can tell, it's been over a year and we don't have any grass growing in the middle of it. It's nice and beautiful. If you do not put enough material, you're going to get a lot of grass growing in the middle of it. And if you also don't have enough powder, the powder kind of helps compact everything and doesn't allow grass to be growing in the middle of it. But if you don't do it thick enough, it's not going to be aesthetically pleasing to look at. It may do its job as of not letting you get stuck in mud when it rains and stuff like that. It might do its job for that, but if you want it to look aesthetically pleasing, just to look pretty along with doing its job, you're going to need to make sure you do it kind of thick where your tires are going to be running at, and in the middle, so that way, grass doesn't grow in there. It's not going to allow the light to get down in there. Also, if you're going to be doing a long driveway like I did here, I would highly suggest asking for a belly dump instead of an end dump, because a belly dump will give you an even spread, and then you can go in with the box blade or your tractor and spread it out a little more evenly. Because if you do it with an end dump, which we found out with our first truck, is it has, well, actually it was actually towards the end. They ran out of belly dump trucks, but it's a lot harder because it's harder for the driver to dump it in a straight line and kind of consistently. So what he ended up doing was a little bit piles here, drive a little bit pile here, pile there, instead of a consistent pile all the way a straight line down. It made it a lot harder, and you can tell we have a little bit more coming out on the edges here and there because it wasn't a consistent dump. But again, it's hard to do it with the end dump So just, you know, a little bit of advice for you guys looking to do a driveway. Ask for a belly dump if you're trying to get a long driveway done for you. And of course, if you're going to hire contractors to spread this stuff out for you, they're really going to appreciate that versus having an in-dump dump it. So if you haven't done the math yet, it would have cost us about $24,000 to do a driveway that is 3/10 of a mile long. Again, we didn't hire anybody, so it ended up only costing us about $9,000. Saved us a lot of money by doing it on our own. That $9,000 was just to pay for the 18-wheeler, the driver, and the material, and of course the fuel to get over here and dump all this stuff. So $9,000 for 18 trucks at this time. Again, things probably have gone up now, but at that time it was $9,000 for that much material. All right, guys, well, I hope this video was helpful for you guys. This was a question that was asked a couple months ago. I just haven't gotten around to making the video. But yeah, so really quickly, just to kind of wrap up, make sure you account for the turns. If you have a really windy road and you have some sharp turns, make sure you make it wide enough for a vehicle, maybe with a trailer if you have that kind of stuff. Again, consider your depth. How deep do you want the material? Consider your width, your length, and then again, if you're going to do it yourself or you're going to hire somebody to do this stuff for you, and just call around to different quarries, because not every quarry has the exact same price. Not every quarry has the exact same type of material. So also look into all that. There's different qualities in the rock that'll also play a key role in the pricing. And yeah, that's going to be pretty much it. Like I said, this is what it looks like after a year. It's been a year. It still looks really nice in my opinion. Still aesthetically pleasing. No grass growing in there. If you want to make it thinner, you definitely can. Just know you will have, weeds growing in the middle of your road. But yeah, I hope this was helpful for you guys. Give this video a like. That lets me know that it was helpful for you guys. Definitely share it with anyone looking to do a driveway like this. And yeah, this is pretty common here in Texas where I'm at. So yeah, hope y'all gain some value from it. Without further ado, guys, be careful, be good, take care, and God bless. I look forward to seeing y'all's driveways. Drop some pictures down below if you've ever done this stuff. Or just comment. I don't even know if you could drop pictures. But yeah, definitely comment if you have. Until next time, guys, be careful, be good, take care, and God bless. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.